another yoga sculpt class. Today's class is going to be core focused and I hope you enjoy it. Should be regular length, maybe around 45 minutes, but we'll see how it goes. Just make sure you have a set of weights with you, 1 to 5 pounds. If you don't, cans of beans or bottles of wine, all of that will work. And as usual, we're going to get started on our butts in a seated position, any position that's comfortable to you. And whenever you get there, just closing the eyes, softening the gaze, focusing on the breath, letting go of any outside distractions, worries, or to-do lists. Just focusing on yourself for the next 30 to 45 minutes, maybe an hour if you choose to take an extra shavasana at the end. Putting aside anything else and just being here for you. When you feel ready, just gently opening the eyes. Coming into a seated twist. Inhale, bring the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, twisting over towards the right. Remembering that the right hand comes behind you just to help you lift the spine up, but you're not really pressing through it. Gaze over the right shoulder, pausing here. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale back through center. Exhale over towards the left. This time gaze over the left shoulder. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come back through center, helping yourself up and over into a tabletop position. And then just sinking your hips to heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mat, child's pose. Pausing here, maybe setting an intention for your practice. Taking a nice stretch through the spine before we begin today. And then pressing through the palms, coming forward, tucking your toes, shifting your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take this time to pedal out your down dog. It might be your first one of the day. Alternating bending knees, reaching heels towards the earth. Maybe shifting in and out of alignment, whatever you usually do when you come into your downward dog. Making sure that your thumb and index finger are planted firmly on the earth. Palms grinding downwards. Biceps spinning forward towards the front ears in between them. Gaze back towards your shins. Heels reaching towards the earth, but they might not be there yet. Slight bend in the knees. Stomach pulled in, ribs knit in, hips reaching up and back. Inhale, gaze shifts forward. Walk, step, or float the feet to meet the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands and gaze sweep upwards. Gathering energy from either side of the room. Maybe mini back bend. Exhale, hinging forward at the hips. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, gaze forward. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, plank position. Dropping your knees down, coming into tabletop. Realign, readjust as needed. Inhale, allow the belly to fall, gaze to rise. Exhale, rounding through the back, belly button engaged, draw inwards. Inhale, cow. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Coming back to neutral spine. Inhale, right leg lifts back. Foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards to start. Make sure that your hips are neutral, parallel to the mat. Option to stay here, otherwise left hand reaches forward, spinal balance. Pausing here for a breath. Then point the toe, lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee to nose, puff up the back. Inhale out. Exhale, curl it in. Knee to elbow, not nose. Inhale out. Exhale one more time, knee to elbow. Inhale back out. Now we take it to the side. 1. Core is strong. 2. And 3. Planting the left hand back down towards the earth, spinning the left feet towards the side. Right foot stays lifted. Right hand opens up towards the ceiling, coming into a modified side plank Bhastisthasana. Pausing here. Then lowering the leg, reaching the hand up and over, coming into a crunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lengthening back out. Hand comes back up towards the ceiling. Pausing here. 1 more inhale, really lengthening up. Exhale, bringing hand and knee back down towards the mat. Tabletop position. Maybe stepping the palms 1 length ahead, tucking the toes, pressing through the hands, lifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pausing here, again, realign, readjust, maybe pedal the heels a few more times. Inhale, gaze just forward. Walk, step, or float the feet to meet the hands halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands and gaze sweep upwards, gathering energy from either side of the room. Maybe mini back bend. Exhale, hinging forward at the hips. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, plank position, hold here. For 10, 9, tailbone tucked, 8, belly in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press through the palms, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze just forward. Walk, step, and float the feet to meet the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands and gaze sweep upwards, gathering that energy from either side of the room. Again, maybe mini back bend. Exhale, hinging forward at the hips. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, plank position. Lower the knees, tabletop. Realign, readjust as needed. And then inhale, allow the belly to fall. Gaze to rise, coming into cow. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cow. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, coming back to neutral. This time, left leg reaches out behind you. Foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards. Hips are neutral here. Option to keep both hands planted, otherwise right hand reaches forward in front of you. Pausing here. Point the toe, lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee to elbow. Puff up the back, curl it in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale in. Once more, inhale to lengthen. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, lengthen back out. Now we go side to side. 1, 2, 3. Dropping that right hand down maybe slightly ahead of the left. Right toes spin towards the side of your mat. Left hand lifts up towards the ceiling. Modified side plank. Again, from here, lowering the left leg, reaching the right leg up and over, coming into those oblique crunches for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lengthening back out, coming back into that modified side plank, pausing. One more, inhale, lengthen up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring palm and knee back down towards the mat. Tucking your toes, pressing through the hands, lifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze shifts forward. Walk, step, or float the feet to meet the hands halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands and gaze sweep upwards, gathering energy from either side of the room. Maybe mini back bend. Exhale, hinging forward at the hips. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palm, step back, high plank position. Option to drop to knees at any time. From here, we're going to take the right hand, the left knee, crunching in and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great way to challenge your balance. Inhale, shift forward. Lower through chaturanga all the way to the mat. Untucking the toes. Handspring, lower rib cage. Inhale, baby cobra, chest shines forward, gaze forward, elbows strong in towards one another. Exhale, release. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. This time pressing through the hands, shifting our hips to heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mat, child's pose. Pausing here, focusing on the breath, making sure that you're reaching your hips to your heels. And then slowly coming up, pressing through the palms, tucking the toes, lifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Realign, readjust as needed. From here, right leg lifts up towards the ceiling. Foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards. You're going to ripple forward to high plank. At the same time, you're going to take your right knee, bringing it to the outside of your right elbow. And back up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that right leg back down towards the earth. Rippling forward, high plank position. Lowering onto your forearms, dolphin plank. Bringing your hands so that they're on top of one another in a fire log position. Doesn't matter which one's on top, as long as they're parallel to one another. Inhale, opening up to one side, modified plank. We're going to lift and lower the hips. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Coming back up, bringing your hand back down towards the mat. Pausing here. Bringing your forearms into either a triangle or so that both are flat. Fingers reaching forward if they're flat. Clasp if your hands are in a triangle position. Dolphin plank. Holding here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walking your feet in, coming into dolphin. Ears shift in between biceps, just like in downward dog. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press through those hands, lift up, downward dog. Readjust if needed. And then pause in stillness. We've got the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts up this time. Foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards to start. Rippling forward, bringing the left knee to the outside of the left elbow. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently lowering that leg back down. Coming forward, high plank. And then lowering down into that fire log. Remembering which side you did last time. Spinning open to the opposite side. Hip left. 10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back into that dolphin plank, pausing here. Making sure your tailbone is tucked. You're not up like this yet. Holding. And then walking your feet in, dolphin pose. Pausing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pressing through the hands. Downward dog. Coming high onto the toes, dropping the knees, shifting hips to heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mouth. Pausing here. Using this time to catch your breath. Maybe grab a sip of water, towel off. And then when you feel ready, meeting in downward facing dog, making sure that your weights are handy towards the front of your mat. From downward dog, inhale, right foot lifts up. Foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards. Point the toe, lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw through the nose, puff up the back, step the foot between the hands, runner's lunge. Realign, readjust as needed. Right knee is in line with right ankle, high on the balls of the back toes. Fingertips down or palms on either side of the front foot. Pausing here. And then dropping the back knee, lifting yourself up, low Anjaneyasana, low lunge. You can always put an extra cushion underneath that back knee if you have. Back toe can be tucked or untucked. Option to have one weight or two. From here, we're going to hold the weights out, rotating through the core over the right knee, the bent knee. Or 1, core is tight, 2, 3, 4, 5, last, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Setting that weight down towards the front of your mat. Untucking the back toes and just shifting your hips back towards that back heel, coming into Ardha Hanumasana half split. So making sure that your left hip is in line with that left knee. Right foot is flexed, toes reaching up towards your forehead. Pausing here, just feeling that stretch on the underside of the right leg. Two more breaths. And then inhale, shifting back forward, low lunge. Tucking the back toes, powering up that knee. Both hands frame that front foot. Right foot steps back to meet left, high plank position. Again, coming down, forearm plank. Option to have arms parallel to one another, palms flat on the ground, or again, option to have hands clasped, making a triangle with your forearms. From here, we're going to bring the right knee in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently lowering the hips down, Sphinx pose. Untucking the toes, pausing here, gaze is forward, chest is forward, opening up across the collarbones. Breathe. Gentle stretch through the low back. And then pressing through the whole forearm, shifting hips to heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mat. Pause. Child's pose. Inhale shifts you forward, tucking the toes, pressing through the palms, lifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. This time left leg lifts up. Foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards. Point the toe, lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee to nose, puff up the back, step the foot between the hands, runner's lunge. Again, realign, readjust here. Making sure that the left knee is in line with the left ankle, high on the balls of the right toes, before dropping that right knee down. Back foot can stay tucked or untucked, grabbing those weights. 1 or 2, whatever you used on the other side. Coming up to that twist, or 10, 9, core is tight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Placing your weight down, shifting your right hip back. In line with right knee, left foot is flexed. Toes reaching up towards your forehead. Pausing here, feeling that stretch down the underside of the left leg. One more breath. And then inhale, shifting forward, tucking the right toes, powering up that right leg. Stepping left foot back to meet right, high plank position. Lowering down onto those forearms. This time left leg comes in. Knee towards forearm or tricep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, gently lowering the hips, untucking the toes, shining the chest forward, Sphinx pose. Pausing here. And then once again, reaching hips to heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mat, child's pose. Maybe taking this time to grab a sip of water, towel off if needed, and then meeting back in downward facing dog. Again, making sure your weights are handing towards the front of your mat. Finding downward dog if you're not there already. Inhale, right foot lifts up. Foot is flexed, toes are pointed down. Hips are neutral. Point the toe, lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee to nose, puff up the back, stepping the foot between the hands. Left foot's going to come down on an angle 45 degrees or one that is comfortable to you. Right knee is in line with front ankle, right ankle. Grabbing those weights, windmilling your hands up and over, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Pausing here, wherever you are. Front knee is in line with front ankle, toes are tracking forward. You should be able to see the big toe on the inside of that front knee. If you can't, then spin your back foot in a little bit more. Making sure that your front inner thigh is spinning up towards the ceiling. Pressing into the outside edge of that left foot. Left leg is straight. Knee is straight but not completely locked out. We don't want to hyperextend. Arms are up, parallel towards the mat. Gaze is over the front hand. Pausing here. Then reaching that left hand up. Right hand comes to join. You're going to spin through the upper body, open over that leg, and then back. We're not moving the hips, just the upper body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, last, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Opening the hands back up. Straightening through the right knee, lifting the right hand up towards the ceiling. Joan of Arc. Pausing here. And then, as you reach forward with the right hand, the left hip is going to reach backwards. Like we're coming into triangle pose, only we're not going to go all the way there. So reaching forward, right before you're going to tip over, pause. Making sure that you're not hyperextending that front knee. Strong through the front foot, straight leg, but not overextended. Left hand reaches up, right hand reaches forward. From here, we're going to reach. As we reach up, right hand comes in. And as we look forward, right hand comes out for 10, 9, strong through the core, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we tip over to triangle pose. Pause here. You can always drop the weights. Bottom hand can always come to a block. Gaze shifts up towards the top hand. Pausing here, taking a breath. And then bending into that right knee. Lifting that right hand up. Exalted warrior. Pausing here. Then bringing that right forearm towards the right thigh. Left hand reaches up and over, extended side angle. Again, just pausing. You can always extend your right leg as well for a little bit more core engagement. One more time, exalted warrior, right hand reaches up. This time it's going to reach forward towards the front corner of the mat. As you do so, the left leg is going to come in like a kickstand, lifting up. Left hand is extended, coming into half moon. Gaze can be down or sideways. Right hand is gently pressing on the ground. Maybe you even lift it up. Challenging that balance. Pausing here, one more breath. toes are pointed sideways towards your gaze. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, bringing both hands towards the mat, squaring the hips, lifting that back leg, standing split. Pausing here. You can always use your weights if you need a little more length through the arms. One more breath, gaze comes downwards with gravity. And then peeling that left foot forward to meet right, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release, pause. Once more, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release, planting the palms, optional Vinyasa flow. Option just to step back, downward facing dog. Meeting in downward dog if you're not there already. Inhale, left leg lifts up this time. Foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards. Point the toe, lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee to nose, puff up the back, set the foot between the hands, and then allow the right foot to come down on an angle. Grabbing those weights, lifting yourself up and over, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Again, realign, readjust as needed. Making sure that your alignment is in place before carrying on. Gaze is over the front hand. Pause here. And then bringing that left hand up, right to meet, coming into those twists for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Opening back up, straightening through that front leg. Left hand reaches up, Joan Bark. Pausing here. And then reaching that hand forward as your right hip reaches back. Not tipping over. Right hand comes up. Check in with that knee. We don't want to hyperextend and injure ourselves. Coming up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Allowing yourself to come down into that triangle pose, pausing for a breath. One more inhale and exhale. Inhale, coming up, bending into that front knee, exalted warrior. Exhale, left forearm to left thigh. Right hand reaches up and over, extended side angle. Again, option to bring the left hand out to meet right. Inhale, back up, exalted. Coming into that half moon on the other side, reaching that left hand forward towards the front left corner. Right foot comes in and up. Making sure that the left foot is planted firmly on the ground. Right hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Gaze can be sideways or down towards the earth. Left hand is only planted gently on the ground, or maybe you begin to lift it up. Pausing here. Holding for a few breaths, challenging your balance. 2 more breaths. And then coming down, squaring out the hips. Standing split. Again, you can use your weights, you can use blocks, or hands can be planted on the earth. Just allowing the head to hang heavy. 2 more breaths. And then peeling that right leg forward to meet left. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. exhale, release. Once more, inhale and exhale. This time, palms are planted firmly on the earth. Optional, one last Vinyasa flow. Option just to step back, downward facing dog, then coming high onto the toes, dropping the knees, shifting hips to heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mat. Child's. Taking this time to grab a sip of water, toweling off. We have a few last core exercises before we're done. So whenever you're ready, coming down onto your back. We want to be resting with the middle of our back on the earth. Shoulders will be lifted. So we're going to come into that Pilates 100. Option to grab your weights and hold them. Option to have no weight, your choice. Wherever we are, making sure that our lower back is planted on the ground. So if our legs are up here, to ensure that it's planted, that's fine. If they're down here and it's still planted, that's fine. Wherever you are, you're going to get the same benefits. Coming into that in 3, 2, 1. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, halfway, 60, 70, 80, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing those knees in towards your chest, taking a quick breath. Then we're going to extend back out into some Pilates stars. So again, weights or no weight, hands are going to start above your head. Actually, knees and arms. Knees are going to start in, arms are going to start extended forward. From here, when the knees come out, arms are going to come up and back in, trying to keep your shoulders off the ground the whole time. We're only going to do 10 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1. Belly button drawn inwards. 2. Slow and with control. 3. Shoulders off the mat. 4. Legs straight, toes pointed. 5. Last. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Weights can come down. Coming into our last exercise, so we're working the lower abdominals for this one. Back is planted firmly on the mat. Legs are extended, knees are bent at 90. Toes are pointed. We're going to lower the toes towards the earth, trying not to let the lower back arch. So you're going to have to pull the belly button downwards, contract that lower part of your abdominals in order to do that without your back arching. Going as fast or as slow as you need. We're only going to do 15 because I'm going to count them pretty slow. We want to make sure that we're doing them properly. So tucking that tailbone slightly, back is planted on the earth, lifting those knees up. Hands can be out to either side for stability if you like. Going in 1, 2, 3. Exhale on the lower. 10, last 5, 2, and 1. Drawing those knees in towards your chest, making sure your weights are out of the way. Allowing your hands to drop down into cactus. 90 degrees at the elbow, palms facing up. Inhale, drawing the knees in towards the chest. Exhale, letting them fall over to the left. Gaze to the right. Supine spinal twist. One more breath. Inhale back through center. Exhale over to the other side. Gaze to the left. One more breath. Inhale back through center. And allowing your legs to come long or taking whichever position you wish to take your final Shavasana in. Wherever you are, closing the eyes, allowing the body just to melt into the earth, releasing any tension in the muscles, letting go of any controlled rhythm of breath. Just pausing here for a few breaths, thanking yourself for taking this time for your body and your mind. One more inhale and exhale. And then when you feel ready, gently inviting movement back into your body by wiggling fingers and toes, rotating wrists and ankles, bending at elbows and knees, letting the head and hips gently sway from side to side until you feel ready to come up into your tallest seat. Bringing your hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra, gazes lowered, and then bringing the thumb to third eye, space between your brows. May the long time sun shine upon you, true love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Namaste. Again, thank you for sharing your practice with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave a comment, and we'll see you next time.